It's Heath here from pickinglessons.com. In this guitar lesson, we're going to have a look at some cross-picking techniques. We'll have a look at several exercises for the right hand, and we'll have a look at the version of Salt Creek that uses some cross-picking, particularly in part B. So first of all, we'll start out with part A of Salt Creek. We'll have a slow play through so we can get into the tune. There's not really any cross-picking in the first half, but there is this little run at the very beginning. But it's not a cross-picking, repetitive cross-picking pattern, but it definitely moves through 4 strings, kind of like a cross-picking pattern would. Okay, so let's have a slow play through part A first, and then we'll jump into some exercises for the right hand for the cross-picking technique. Part A, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. Okay, so spend a bit of time practicing that part A for Salt Creek. There's nothing too tricky in there. Get yourself a copy of the tab from the website and that will help you out. Watch your picking technique as you go through the down-up movement. One of my favourite flat pickers and a magician at cross-picking is Dan Crary. Go check out some of his recordings, and this version of Salt Creek has definitely been influenced by his playing. Some of the licks we're using are sort of signature Dan Crary licks, and then a few of my ideas in there as well. But let's have a look at some cross-picking exercises. So first of all, we're going to be playing these exercises on string 4, 3, and 2. And the 4 chord shapes we're using partial chords or triads. And the first one is with finger 3 on string 5. And then we'll use the open 3rd and 2nd string. And then we'll have a partial F chord, the 3rd, 2nd, and 1st fret. And then into a C shape, the 2nd fret open and 1st fret, and then an open G on strings 4, 3, and 2. So that was fret 5 on string 4 and open 3rd, open 2nd, the F position, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st frets, the partial C chord, 2nd, open, and 1st, and then partial G, open 4th string, 3rd, and 2nd. Okay, so first of all, when I approach cross-picking, I'm following the down-up of the 8th note. So my hand continues to pick the down-up movement no matter which string or which direction I'm headed to. So for example, this first roll, the exercise is going to be all kind of like a forward roll that you might find on the banjo. And so we're going to be picking this pattern here. So I'm playing string 4, 3, 2, 4, 3, 2, 4, 2. That gives us 8 notes to fill the bar, and I'm picking that in a down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up picking movement. Other players approach it in slightly different ways, so you could actually go down, 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 down. That's all cool. I find that I'm not as smooth with that approach, and I always tend to play the down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up picking. So I'll be using that technique as we go through, but feel free to experiment. But I will be using the down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up as it's marked in the tab for the exercise as well. Okay, so first exercise for our cross picking using a forward roll movement. 3 and 4 and. And one more time, a little quicker. 3, 4 and 1. Okay, so we'll jump into another exercise now. This next one is going to be more of a backward roll, and we're going to be playing strings 2, 3, then 4 in that order. And we'll repeat it to get our 8 notes for the bar, so we'll have string 2, string 3, string 4, string 2, string 3, string 4, string 2, string 3. Okay, so using the same chord progression from before, 3, 4 and. And a little bit quicker. 3, 4 and. Okay, so if you jump over to the website, you'll find the tab for the arrangement of Salt Creek, and you'll find the exercise chart for the cross picking as well. You'll also find the video lesson for part B of Salt Creek with all the cross picking, and also a couple more exercises just to keep us working on that right hand for the cross picking. Hope to see you there.